Hi guys and girls, how's it going? Hope you're all having a great week. So I'm back today with the next video in my Story So Far series. This one will focus on the main events and characters in Rise of the Tomb Raider, the second game in the Tomb Raider reboot series. If you haven't watched my previous Tomb Raider video, then I would advise you to do that first and then come back to watch this video. So now that that's done, let's get started. Rise of the Tomb Raider starts off in the snow-capped mountains of Siberia, where we see a small camp huddled in the sub-zero temperatures. Lara Croft stands apart and is seen gazing at the huge mountains that await them. An approaching Jonah tells her that the others won't be accompanying them anymore as the trek has become too dangerous. They slowly climb towards the summit themselves, a climb that soon becomes challenging, with Lara nearly falling to her death. After a bit of intense climbing and swinging, Lara eventually reaches the top, where she sees the ruins of Kitesh from afar. However, a violent storm strikes the mountain, causing an avalanche and separating the two. Lara frantically scrambles across the crumbling mountainside in a futile attempt to escape, before being swept down the mountain and buried under snow. In a flashback, we travel back to London, England 2 weeks earlier. As Lara walks through the dark, rainy alleyways, as she passes by her father's apartment, she sees a mysterious figure with a flashlight through the windows and decides to investigate. The mysterious figure finds a recorded voice message from Richard Croft, explaining that he has already found the next piece of the puzzle in his quest for immortality, but someone is stalking him. Trinity, a violent sect which aims on taking over humanity. Lara enters, causing the mysterious figure to flee. Lara finds the window open, presuming that the mysterious figure might have used it to escape. As she investigates her father's research documents, the door starts to open. Lara quickly picks up her climbing axe and prepares to use it against the mysterious visitor. As the visitor opens the door, Lara almost hits them before realizing it was Anna, her father's lover. Anna gives Lara a newspaper article, the Daily Bell, labeling Lara as another crazy Croft, a daughter just like her father. An accusation laid against her for her research into immortality, to which Lara dismisses them as lies and inconsequential. She asks Anna if she was being stalked. Anna, surprised by this paranoid question, answers no. Lara tells her that she thinks she already knows the location of the Prophet's tomb, which her father believes holds some secret to immortality. She explains that her father was close to a great discovery just before he died. Anna does not believe her and states that her father was unwell and doesn't want Lara to end up like him. Lara tells Anna that the tomb is in Syria and her father was right and everyone else was wrong. Anna replies that it is madness and that Lara should get her life sorted and go back to the manor, stating that the same obsession was what ruined her father in the first place. Lara argues that she can't turn back and that she saw something supernatural after her experience in Yamatai and now believes her father and must finish his work. She tells Anna that she will be going to Syria to find the Prophet's tomb in hopes of finding the divine source. The scene then jumps to Syria, where a man drives Lara through the northwest border of Syria's deserts. The driver tells her that they are heading for a war zone and that she better be sure that this expedition is worth it. Suddenly, a chopper appears and chases them. The man tries to reassure Lara, stating that it's just local militia. Lara realizes that he is lying and that the chopper is actually Trinity. The man admits to telling Trinity because they paid better than her. Then the chopper fires, crashing the truck and killing the driver. Lara survives the explosion and falls off a cliff, but she survives with the aid of her climbing axe. She explores the mountain cliffs and eventually finds a secret entrance that leads her to the Prophet's tomb. After exploring inside, she finds a marker saying that the Prophet's tomb is near and murals depicting the Prophet performing healing miracles and preaching to the people about the divine God. Lara soon learns that Trinity was after a prophet who they believed was preaching about a divine source. They supposedly killed him and his followers and had been looking for the divine source many centuries ago. As she evades the deadly traps in the area and nearly drowns, she finally finds a shrine dedicated to the tomb of the deathless prophet. After finding a way to raise the water level by opening the floodgates, she reaches the top and finds the tomb. However, as she opens it, she is surprised to see it is empty. The area is soon stormed by Trinity's armed forces, led by a man named Constantine. As they open the tomb, Lara jumps out and aims a gun on them. Constantine asks where the divine source is, to which Lara replies, telling him that there was no artifact there in the first place. Constantine does not believe her and attempts to kill her, but Lara activates the explosives that Trinity set in the area, causing the room to collapse, killing most of Trinity's forces. Lara barely manages to escape the rapidly flooding area, and as she sits recovering, finds a mysterious cross insignia engraved on the floor. The scene then reverts to Croft Manor in Surrey, England, where Lara is doing some research on the mysterious cross insignia she found earlier. Jonah enters the room and after a short reunion asks Lara about her adventure in Syria. Lara tells him that she did find the prophet's tomb, but that it was empty and she was being followed by an organization named Trinity, who was also after the divine source. She tells Jonah of the mysterious insignia of a cross during her escape. On one of her father's books, it says that the insignia is linked to the lost city of Kitesh in Siberia, which sunk under a lake during the eve of the Mongol horde's invasion in the 12th century. Lara believes that the divine source is there, and that if found, it could contain the secret of immortality and could change everything like sickness and death, to which Jonah becomes angered and accuses her of becoming obsessed. He argues that he has lost a lot of friends already and doesn't want to lose her too. An angry Jonah leaves the room. Lara loses hope and shoves all the papers away. She kneels down, hugging the book to her, almost as if it is the last link to her father and to his work. Later that evening, she sees a mysterious shadow on the vase and thinks it is Jonah. But she soon realizes that the mysterious figure behind her is in fact not Jonah and immediately throws the vase towards the intruder. An intense hand-to-hand fight ensues between the two, which Lara loses. As Lara is being slowly strangled, Jonah hears the commotion and rushes to her aid. In the ensuing scuffle, the man steals her father's book and jumps out the window before Lara can shoot him. Jonah, now believing in the existence of Trinity and the importance of their mission, becomes determined to help Lara find the divine source before Trinity does in Siberia. The scene then jumps back to the present day in northeastern Siberia. Lara awakens and tells Jonah to go back to the shelter because she needs to complete the quest alone via radio. Lara then receives a voice conversation from Constantine saying that they are now looking for the artifact in the mountains and the remnant, a group of natives trying to protect the divine source, is resisting them, but states ominously that they will be handled. After gathering some sticks for fire and making a camp, she sleeps through the stormy night, waiting for the storm to stop. Meanwhile, in the forest, a remnant named Sophia and her companion are being chased by Constantine's forces. They manage to capture the remnant. Sophia urges them not to kill him, but the remnant tells her to go and to leave him. Trinity kills the remnant and Sophia flees. The group split up to look for Sophia, and one of them finds Lara's campfire. Lara overhears the noise and manages to hide up above the tree. As the soldier investigates the campfire, Lara jumps down and kills him. As she explores the forest further, she manages to sneak in and kill many soldiers quickly. Then she overhears someone screaming and rushes in that direction to investigate. After finding the radio, which was the source of the screaming, a large bear appears out of a cave and chases Lara. She runs and tries to fight the bear, which overpowers and injures her. She barely manages to escape with her life as she stumbles through the forest and soon finds Trinity's base of operations in an old Russian Cold War installation. Lara has a flashback of her childhood years. She climbs the window to her father's room, and her father laughs, saying that she refuses to use the door again. Lara says that it's the fastest way, and they embrace. She asks him if he is going on another adventure, and that she should be his assistant. Her father says that his adventure would be really dangerous, and then he tells Lara that she will make a mark in history and will make him proud. Then the phone rings and the flashback stops. The scene jumps back to Lara in the present day. She realizes that the only way to get to the installation is through the bear's cave, but will need to craft a new weapon to do so. Finding some poisonous mushrooms, she uses these to craft some poison arrows. After a short fight, she defeats the bear with the new arrows and explores the ruins inside the cave, and the flashbacks continue. A young Lara overhears her father having an argument on the phone with a mysterious person, presumably Trinity, over his discovery. Trinity hangs up, angering her father. Lara gets mad over her father's work and pleads with him to stop his adventures and to be her father again. Then the scene reverts back to Lara's adventure. While walking, an arrow almost hits her. As she draws her bow, she finds Sophia, the one who almost shot her. Lara tells Sophia that she is not her enemy, but Sophia does not trust her, having watched her kill many of Trinity's forces. To this, Lara defends herself, stating that she killed them in order to survive and that she suspects Sophia did the same. Sophia tells Lara that it is too dangerous for her, that Trinity have been there for days and that she must leave this place before it's too late. Lara says that she can't do that because she came there for something important. Sophia then says that the Revenant did too. She warns Lara that if she sees her again, she will have to put an arrow through her throat. Lara insists that they are on the same side and that she wishes to prove this to her. However, a building in the Soviet installation explodes from afar, catching Lara's attention. As she is about to ask Sophia, she realizes that she has disappeared. After exploring further into the installation and killing many of the mercenaries there, she discovers that many remnants were being tortured by Trinity to reveal the location of the divine source. All of the remnants remained faithful and did not reveal the location, even if it means death. After finding a pistol from a dead remnant, Lara overhears Constantine explaining their objective to get the divine source, which will open a new world. Constantine blinds one of the mercenaries who failed to do his duties with his own fingers. A mercenary then contacts Constantine via the radio and tells him that they found a captive who might know the location of the divine source. Lara sneaks in, bombs the building, and escapes. While exploring, Lara overhears conversations via radio that the captive seems to be the leader of the remnants. The captive seems to have some experience with interrogation techniques, and the man on the radio tells them to get creative with doing the interrogation because if Constantine does it, he won't like it. As Lara sneaks in behind a small cabin, she overhears a conversation between Constantine and a mysterious man on the radio. The man, probably the head of Trinity, tells Constantine that his reports have ceased. Constantine says that they were having difficulty with torturing the faithful remnants and that the communications went offline, but they managed to bring it back up and have everything under control. A mercenary sees Lara and approaches her from behind. As she flees, another mercenary appears in front of her and knocks her unconscious. She awakens, tied and bound to a chair, with all of her equipment removed. Lara sees Anna in front of her, also tied to a chair. Lara asks her what she was doing there, to which Anna replied that she doesn't know and she is scared. Lara apologizes for getting her involved. She didn't know they would come after Anna, to which Anna asks who are they. Lara says they were after the same thing her father was, which annoys Anna. Constantine appears and walks towards Anna, then he threatens Lara, demanding she talk as he chokes Anna with a small chain. Lara shouts for him to stop, and Constantine suddenly stops the choking and releases Anna. Anna tells Constantine to stop because Lara doesn't know anything, much to the surprise of Lara, who makes the horrifying revelation that Anna was with Trinity all along. Constantine slaps Lara violently. Anna tells Lara that she just couldn't let it go, and that Anna knew Lara would find her way to the place where the divine source lies. She offers Lara a deal, stating that Trinity could use an experienced adventurer like her to find the divine source that both of them seeks, and that since Lara wants a purpose in life, Trinity could give her one. Lara refuses, knowing how Trinity operates. She furiously asks Anna if she was already with Trinity before or after screwing with her father. Anna replies that she loved Richard, but idealism blinded and destroyed him. Anna asks her what she would do with the artifact, to which Anna replies herself that Lara would show it to the world and redeem her father's good name. She tells Lara that she is naive, like a frightened little girl trying to walk in her daddy's shoes. Lara spits in Anna's face, which angers Constantine, causing him to kick Lara aggressively. Just as he is about to shoot her, Anna stops him. Anna gives Lara time to think, as Constantine locks her inside a prison cell. There, she meets another prisoner. After seeing Lara using a small earring to release her handcuffs, the prisoner becomes impressed. He then asks if Lara could get both of them out. She says that she can't trust him because she doesn't even know who he is or why he is there. Lara apologizes for not really being in a trusting state at that time. The man tells her that she won't get far without him, to which Lara answers that he doesn't know how far she has come. Lara asks the man about what he knows about Trinity, to which the man says that they are a secretive sect who believes that they are doing the work of God, to which Lara scoffs that Trinity are pretty far from holy. Looking for a way to escape, Lara breaks a water pipe in her cell, using it to break a nearby wall. She manages to get to the other side of the room, where she retrieves her bow and arrow along with some rope, allowing her to craft rope arrows. Using her rope arrows, she manages to pull down the upper portion of her cell gate and crawl through to escape. The prisoner tries to persuade her to help him, to which Lara says she can't trust him. The man says that they may not be enemies, but that he can help her. Lara answers by saying she works better alone. The man still tries to persuade her by saying that he knows the layout of the area, to which Lara still answers by saying that she is a fast learner. Finally, the man says that he knows what she and Trinity are all after, and that he knows where it is. This piques her interest, and Lara agrees to help him. She retrieves all her equipment and opens the prisoner's cell. The man introduces himself as Jacob and thanks her. Lara gives him a radio in case they get separated, and Jacob guides her through the area. Lara soon learns that the Soviets were sent there to work in the mines, excavating ancient artifacts. The two soon discover that Trinity have been conducting operations in the area, and that the gate to the train yard that leads to Jacob's village in the valley is closed. Lara sneaks in and opens the gate. The two enter a building and overhear Constantine and Anna. Constantine says there is a remnant village in the mountains. Then he tells Anna not to lose focus again, and that he can tell that she is being sentimental about Lara because she is still alive. Anna realizes that Constantine doubts her and becomes furious. During her angry rant, she coughs, revealing that she is struck by a strange disease. Constantine says life has been hard on both of them and that he will protect Anna, to which Anna replies with sarcasm by asking who is being the sentimental one now. Constantine promises that they will find the divine source and cure Anna's illness, but more importantly, live in a world cleansed of sin. Anna then issues an order to send the men to the village to get more information from the remnants. Jacob is angered by this and tries to get to them, but Lara stops him, saying it is too dangerous. A mercenary contacts Constantine, saying that two prisoners have escaped the cells. They leave the area along with the mercenaries and head for the cells. Meanwhile, Lara jumps down and finds an ancient text saying,
"Mankind shall be judged, the non-believers turned to ash and swept away, and the pure of faith will be raised up and given life eternal."
As she is reading, the alarm rings and the two split up as troopers storm the area. Lara treads the water down the basement quietly to avoid the mercenaries. Lara climbs out of the basement hole and escapes into the next room. Jacob contacts her and tells her to meet him at the train yard near the end of the Gulag prison. The mercenaries find her and chase her down, with Lara managing to steal an assault rifle from a mercenary. As she reaches the train yard, she sees Jacob take down a mercenary easily. The two get chased by Trinity's chopper through the train tracks and into the trains. The chopper blows down the rest of the tracks, causing a dead end. Troopers and the chopper have Lara cornered. The two escape by jumping down into a river below. They barely survive the freezing waters, and the chopper continues to chase down Lara, separating the two temporarily. After an intense, death-defying chase, Lara jumps down a zip line which soon gets cut down. Lara falls down into a nearby river and appears to drown. After another flashback of a traumatized young Lara seeing her father dead in his office, she awakens with Jacob in a small camp. Jacob gives Lara some soup. Lara tells Jacob that he could have left her to die, to which Jacob replies and asks would Lara have left him. Jacob asks her why she risked so much to seek the divine source. Lara says that when she was young, it was just her and her archaeologist father, who in his last years was obsessed with myths about immortality, but no one believed him, including Lara, and that their last conversation was a fight before he took his own life. As a young woman, she thought that she had come to terms with it, but something else happened. During her experiences in Yamatai, she saw something supernatural and started to believe her father. Her father died alone and broken, but he died for something. Jacob asks her if she believes that the divine source is real, to which Lara says she honestly doesn't know, but if there is some truth to it, she must find out because the divine source is something not to be hidden, something that needs to be researched, studied, something that could make a difference to the world. Jacob warns Lara that a difference is not always for the best. Then he asks Lara if she would wish Trinity to have the secret to immortality, which Lara answers resolutely no. Jacob then asks her not to abandon her quest, but to alter its path by joining his people in repelling Constantine and Trinity. Lara asks what happens after it is done, and Jacob answers that she leaves their valley untouched, but knowing she did the right thing. She refuses, saying that she will fight Trinity alongside the remnant, but her goal remains the same. She says that once she gives up, she will be letting her father down, and she herself needs to understand. Jacob grows concerned for his village and leaves, saying that his village is a day's travel on foot over the mountain pass, but that there is a shortcut through the old copper mine. He tells Lara to rest and he'll be back soon. The next day, Lara resumes her quest and follows Jacob's directions on her radio by going to the base of the old Soviet mill to meet him at the mine entrance at the top of the facility. Soon Jacob contacts her again and tells her that he is pinned down and Lara must escape. She infiltrates the base where the Soviets had stored the ancient artifacts and kills the mercenaries trying to catalogue the Soviet-found relics. After throwing a Molotov cocktail, the building starts to burn and Lara gets attacked by troopers armed with shields, but manages to fend them off. She escapes the building and makes it through the mine, where Jacob saves her from nearly getting killed by a mercenary. While exploring the mine, Lara realizes that the mines were once paths leading to Jacob's village. After the Soviets explored the area and used machines and explosives to search for artifacts, Trinity continuing their work, many of the old paths collapsed, which complicates things. Trinity's forces start to destroy the whole area, separating Lara and Jacob, who becomes trapped by rocks. Jacob tells her to go find Sophia and tell her that Trinity is preparing for an attack on their village. As the mine collapses around her, Lara barely escapes, avoiding the machinery. She explores part of the lost city of Kitesh, where Trinity were trying to break open a large gate by attaching a cable to a truck and attempting to pull it down. Using her logic and intellect, Lara manages to find ways to use the obstacles in the area to open the door. The area nearly collapses and Lara jumps just in time to reach the entrance. Inside, Lara finds a statue of the immortal prophet and murals. The first mural shows the exodus of the prophet's followers in Syria. Then another mural shows the prophet and his followers building a village in the valley which is Kitesh. The third mural depicts the building of an army to protect the prophet and the city itself. And lastly, a mural depicting the creation of a small artifact known as the Atlas, so that the prophet can know his city and its secrets. Lara realizes she must get this Atlas to find the divine source. Lara finds the village, where she gets surrounded by remnants led by Sophia. She tells her that she is not with Trinity and that she escaped with Jacob, which of course Sophia does not believe, arguing that Jacob would never trust an outsider. Lara says that they were exploring the mines when the whole place collapsed, trapping Jacob. One of the remnants angrily accuses her of killing him, and just as she is about to shoot Lara with a bow, Jacob miraculously appears and stops Sophia. They embrace, and Jacob asks Lara to forgive Sophia for being cautious. Jacob tells Sophia that Trinity is about to launch an attack on the remnants and that they must prepare. He orders that no harm will come to Lara. Then he orders the preparations of the weapon stores and the battlements. He says that they are outnumbered and that those unable to fight should go to the catacombs. Lara asks how she can help. Jacob asks her to light the signal tower to warn the people to evacuate, which Lara complies with. Trinity choppers start to attack the area, and soon the entire village is under fire. Jacob and 2 others become hostages, with their captors shooting them one by one. Lara tries to help him, but Jacob stops her. After the first remnant is shot, the captor was about to shoot the second remnant until Jacob tells him not to do it. Just as the captor was about to shoot Jacob, the second remnant tells him of an atlas that can show the way to the divine source, enough diversion for Jacob to kill the captor and give Lara his shotgun. After an intense gunfight with a mercenary armed with a flamethrower, Trinity's forces retreat as the natives shoot fire arrows at them. In the chapel at the Soviet installation, Constantine hears the news of Lara's cooperation with the remnants to fend off Trinity and becomes violently angry. He tells Anna that they should have killed her, to which Anna replies that she'll succeed where he failed. Constantine furiously answers that he will not fail, to which Anna answers back that Trinity will step in if he does, and that means she is expendable. They will not care about her survival, and that she needs the power of the source. Anna then coughs painfully, and Constantine tries to comfort her. He tells her not to lose faith in God, and that their success is inevitable. Constantine then prays and asks for the way to find the divine source and grant him strength to commit the sins needed in order for their mission to succeed. After seeing bloody wounds dripping from his hands, he takes this as a sign of God's blessing and protection. Meanwhile, while Lara and Jacob treat the wounded in the village, Lara apologizes for what is happening to his people and says that Trinity won't stop. Jacob answers that it has always been their duty and it has always been difficult, but they will persevere. Lara then asks about the Atlas. Jacob explains that it is an ancient map of the lost city, but that Trinity will never find it at the tower where they are looking. Jacob says that many of his people are living by the tower and won't be prepared for what's coming ahead. Lara volunteers to help them. Jacob then asks if she is doing this for the sake of his people or for the divine source which she seeks, to which Lara answers both. After exploring the tower area, she finds no sign of the people. Jacob tells her via the radio that she will find them in the catacombs because Sophia might have evacuated them there. Lara realizes that Trinity have taken many remnants as hostages in the area and infiltrates the underground catacomb ruins, where Trinity's forces also hold Sophia's group as hostages. Lara rescues them just in time, and Sophia reconciles with her. Sophia then tells her that she wants to lead her people to safety, but the catacomb entrance is locked. Lara offers to help by bombing the gate. After doing this, Sophia tells her that although she seeks a divine source, her people are willing to die to protect it. Lara answers back, saying that her people are already dying and that they can't protect it forever. Sophia tells her that they've already lasted so long and are glad to have her as an ally. Lara then goes to the tower where Trinity is converging and tries to rescue the people there. Jacob radios her and tells her that they are receiving fire from the chopper. The remnants manage to take down the chopper with fire arrows, but Sophia tells her that Trinity's forces are still swarming the area. After an intense gunfight, Lara manages to fend off all of Trinity's forces in the area. She then asks Jacob what the divine source really is, to which Jacob says that it is a long forgotten artifact that their prophet took and hid in the lost city of Kitesh. They believe it holds a part of God's soul and that it will grant anyone who held it with immortality. The remnants are trying to stop Trinity from spreading darkness around the world, and that if they found the divine source, their soldiers would be unstoppable. Lara pleads with him to help her find the artifact before Trinity does. She says it is not just their burden but also her burden because her father died for it. Jacob tells her that she can't fill the emptiness inside her but only set it free. Lara continues her quest with the help of Sophia, who tells her that since she helped them, she'll help Lara in return. Sophia tells her that the Atlas is in the cathedral, but that she and her people will not follow her, because she will find the deathless ones in that area, who will kill anyone trespassing. Lara accepts the challenge and explores the cathedral. After stealthily avoiding Trinity's forces guarding the area, she finds access to the inner ruins and sees Anna overseeing the operations. Trinity is trying to bomb the floor, believing that the Atlas is hidden underground. Lara ambushes them and threatens to kill Anna. Anna tells her that she'll never shoot her because it will be too cold even for Lara. Lara realizes her foot is tied to the explosives on the floor. Anna then shouts and orders her soldiers to kill her, to which Lara responds by shooting the explosives. Lara and Anna fall underground, with Anna falling onto a higher platform than Lara. Anna tells Lara to reconsider her offer before it's too late. Lara angrily retorts that it was already too late when Anna betrayed her family. She then shoots Anna in the left chest and tells her to go to hell. Furious but still clinging to life, Anna radios Trinity and orders them to give her the Atlas. Lara delves deeper and finds the artifact, only to be ambushed by Trinity's forces. Taking advantage of the Greek fire vessels in the area to kill the mercenaries, she swims under the archives, only to be chased down by a flamethrower-wielding mercenary. With him, the water starts to burn, and the upper areas explode one after the other as sulfur surrounds the area. Then she uses the Greek fire to take down a statue and make an exit. While trying to escape, she is almost shot down by Greek fire arrows from the Deathless Ones, but after some hair-raising parkour, she manages to make it out safely. Jacob contacts her and tells her to bring the Atlas to the observatory. Jonah finally finds a way to contact her and is relieved after realizing that Lara is still alive. Lara finds her way back to the observatory and reunites with Jonah. She then uses the Atlas to determine the location of Kitesh and realizes that it is under the glaciers. However, Trinity's forces storm and attack the area. Lara falls out of the window but manages to grab the chains. Jonah immediately grabs the Atlas and attacks the mercenaries. Before one of the mercenaries could kill Lara, Jonah pushes him off the window. As he pulls Lara, a mercenary grabs Jonah and the artifact and escapes with a chopper. With Jacob wounded and Jonah and the artifact in Trinity's hands, Lara chases Trinity and starts for the old copper mill and the Gulag prison, staging a daring rescue to save Jonah, even if it means losing the divine source. Meanwhile, Anna and Constantine, having used the Atlas in Trinity's observatory, have started digging operations under the glacier. Anna fears that Trinity is just using them and will not let Constantine keep the artifact to save her. Constantine tells her to have faith. Lara discovers that Trinity had beaten Jonah, trying to force him to give information about the divine source, but he managed to keep it a secret, causing Constantine to lose patience and carry out the torture himself. Lara helps the remnant prisoners escape and shoots the bulletproof glass window overlooking the room Jonah and Constantine are in, causing a diversion. Jonah attacks Constantine and steals his gun, threatening to shoot him, but Constantine deceives him and tells him that he was just doing what he thought was right, causing Jonah to lose focus on him. Lara tells him not to believe Constantine, but it is too late. Constantine grabs a knife and stabs Jonah. Constantine escapes and orders his men to sweep the area and kill Lara. The remnant prisoners help Jonah, telling Lara that only Jacob can help Jonah now, yet they are surrounded by Trinity's forces. Lara tells them to barricade the door and leaves, killing every last Trinity soldier in the area. She returns to Jonah and the two remnants. Jonah tells Lara that she has to stop blaming herself for everything that happened before passing out. One of the remnants tells a tearful Lara that his time is short, though Jacob may be able to save him. Using a makeshift stretcher, Lara and the remnant prisoners bring Jonah to the observatory and leave him under Jacob's care. Lara notes that he is healed from his own injuries wordlessly. Jacob chants a prayer and uses his healing miracles, sealing Jonah's wound. Lara confronts Jacob about who he is, having figured out that he is the deathless prophet. Jacob reveals to her that the divine source is a deeply powerful artifact he found long ago, but is not actually divine. He lied to his people to protect them. He once used the source to grant his armies their immortality, but it was a terrible mistake. When enemies attacked Kitesh, the Deathless Ones brought the ice down upon the city. Thousands were killed, and they committed an atrocity to keep the power, and so will Trinity, but on a much larger scale. Suddenly, Trinity's choppers fly past in the direction of the glacier. Jacob realizes that they are going to use brute force to smash through the ice and take the source. Lara asks about the secret path leading to the city, which Jacob reveals as the dangerous path of the Deathless. With no time left, Lara asks to be taken to the path. Jacob agrees. He orders Sophia to open the path before she takes their troops to hold Trinity off. Jacob radios Lara inside and tells her about the orrery, which was built by ancient astronomers before the Deathless buried the area in ice. Jacob tells her that she needs the orrery mechanism to open the entrance to Kitesh. Sophia radios Lara and tells her that they are on the mountain glaciers and are ready to fight Trinity, but Lara tells her to not attack too soon. She delves deeper into the old city and sneaks past the Deathless Ones, who are preparing for an attack on Trinity as well. However, their attack is delayed when one of the Deathless Ones see Lara. Lara narrowly avoids the Greek fire and kills the Deathless Ones. As she explores the village, she realizes that a gate is blocking the entrance to the Chamber of Souls, where the divine source is located. Soon, more of the Deathless Ones attack. Lara kills them and uses their trebuchet to bomb the entrance. Once she gets inside, Trinity finally break through the glacier, causing huge chunks of ice to drop. Things quickly escalate into a three-way standoff between the remnants, Trinity, and the Deathless, as Lara scales her way to the Chamber of Souls. The remnants use the trebuchet to help Lara kill any enemies in her path while she is on the final stretch to the souls. It becomes a challenge as flaming shots from the trebuchet, Trinity's forces, and the Deathless Ones all climb up the Chamber of Souls, all racing for the one divine source. Constantine corners Lara, ordering dozens of troops to finish her. With the help of Sophia and the trebuchet, Lara manages to destroy the chopper, causing it to crash into the castle. Lara falls down near the crash site, where Constantine takes her guns and bow. Lara is forced to use her wits to outmaneuver and deceive him in order to get in close for deadly strikes, with Lara fatally stabbing him in the chest. Dying, Constantine laments that this was not supposed to be his destiny, stating that he was meant for greatness, as it was God's will. Lara tells him that it was never his destiny, that his sister deceived and tricked him into thinking that he was chosen. Constantine is shattered by this revelation, as everything he had done was for her. Lara begins to leave to stop Anna. Constantine demands she not walk away from him, telling her that Trinity killed her father, calling him pathetic and a failure, and mocking Lara with tales of how he begged for his life, and when that failed, he begged for Lara's. At this point, the game offers a choice. The player can execute Constantine or walk away, leaving him to be killed when the floor collapses, causing him to plummet into the flames below. Lara rushes to the very center of the city, where Anna is about to use the divine source. Lara tells her that Constantine and his men are defeated, and that is what Trinity has always wrought: death. This shocks Anna. Lara tells her to give up, and Anna refuses to, telling her that she doesn't want to give it to Trinity, and that Lara is dooming her father to be mocked by history. Anna is dismayed by Lara and tells her how can she let it go when she is so close. Lara answers, stating that she is ready to make a sacrifice. Lara tells her that she can't let her take it. Anna replies, saying that they could save millions of suffering and dying people and change the world together. Lara says that the cost is just too high and that they aren't meant to live forever because death is a part of life. Anna answers back, saying that it's easy for her to say because she is not the one who is dying. Lara tells her that it isn't about her, but it is about protecting what it means to be human. Anna laments, telling Lara another Croft doesn't have to die for this. One of Trinity's soldiers appears and tells Anna that they are surrounded, but soon gets stabbed by Jacob. Anna quickly shoots Jacob multiple times in retaliation, injuring but not killing him. Wounded, Jacob shouts that the divine source is not meant for the world. As Lara aims her gun at Anna, she aims her gun at Lara as well, beginning a standoff. Anna tells Lara that it's her chance to prove herself after everything they've both done. An army of the Deathless Ones advance on Anna. She empties her gun into them to no avail. With no other way out, she uncovers the source and gazes upon it. The artifact overpowers Anna, causing her to drop the shining blue crystal. Lara grabs it but does not look at it for fear it will overpower her as well. Surrounded, Lara looks to Jacob, who tells her it's okay. Lara apologizes and shatters the divine source, freeing the trapped souls and causing its power to cease, to Anna's dismay. Now that the divine source is destroyed, causing any who had gained immortality from it to lose it, including Jacob, mortally wounded, Jacob begins to die. Lara tells him to hold on, though he laments he held on for too long, and begins laughing as his end is near. He tells Lara that he's met few as extraordinary as her. Lara apologizes, saying that she only wanted to make a difference. Jacob merely tells her, "You already have," before he peacefully turns to dust. Back in Croft Manor, Lara listened to her father's last words on a tape.
My dearest Lara, I often think about how my father would turn over in his grave if he knew the shame I had brought upon our family's name. Croft, what does it even mean? I just hope you can make your own mark on this world someday. Remember that the extraordinary is in what we do, not who we are.
Jonah tells her that breaking the source was the right thing to do. Lara replies, thinking that she still let her father down. Jonah tells her that he would have made the right choice too, and Jonah then tells her that she still has a plane to catch, and the two leave Croft Manor. Finally, we hear a voiceover from Lara.
I listened to his last tape 1,000 times, but it's as if I was hearing my father's words only now, for the first time. It doesn't matter what choices he would have made, I have to make my own. The myth of Katesh was real. There are secrets out there that can change the world. I need to find them, not for my father, not for anyone else. Trinity is still out there, and they're more powerful than I ever imagined. I can stop them. I can make a difference. I can make the right difference.
After the credits roll, a post-credit scene starts 2 weeks before Lara was at the manor, happening just after Lara destroys the divine source. Lara and a sickly, weakened Anna walk through the snow in northeastern Siberia. A weak Anna sits on a rock and coughs. Lara asks what did she mean when she said another Croft doesn't have to die for this. After Anna gives Lara a few moments, Lara points her gun at Anna and demands to know if she killed her father. Anna explains to her that Trinity ordered his execution, but that she couldn't do it. Lara dismisses it as a lie. Anna then tells her that she loved him before being shot dead by a hidden sniper. The hidden sniper, while aiming directly at Lara's head, asks his boss on the radio if he should kill Lara, to which the unseen superior responds, "No, not yet." So that is the end of Rise of the Tomb Raider for you guys. Hope you guys could follow this and found it interesting. Obviously it's quite an in-depth description of the main events and story, but a lot happened in the Rise of the Tomb Raider, so I thought it was worth doing an in-depth sort of story so far video for you guys. Anyway, I hope you guys managed to follow it and found it informative. Of course, Shadow of the Tomb Raider comes out on Friday the 14th of September, so my first video and this video are designed to get you ready for that. So I hope you could follow them. I hope you found them interesting and useful. If you did, of course, please let me know in the comment section below. Please like, please share the videos as well if you found them useful. Anyway, I'll be back again with more videos in the future. Hope you guys are having a great week. Take care, and as always, happy gaming. Bye guys.